Hello, and welcome back to Dynasty Rookie Scouting Reports. Be sure to stay up to date on all the latest content on dynastyrook.com and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Dynasty Rook. Remember, don't follow the narrative, follow Dynasty Rook. Let's get right into it. With the help of my friend and Dynasty Rook host, GV, here's another episode of Dynasty Rookie Scouting Report.
A number one wide receiver that may not be number one on everyone else's boards. And last year you did the same thing, and last year you were correct. So want to finally...
I don't listen to anyone else. I just watch the film and see what happens.
You finally want to draw the curtains back and let us know who your number one receiver of the 2020 rookie class is?
Let's do it.
All right, who is it?
Number one. Michael Pittman Jr., receiver out of USC.
Ooh.
6'4", 223-pound senior. I fucking love this guy. So this is big. The son of Michael Pittman, who played running back for Fresno State. Go Dogs.
Unbelievable. Moving on.
He played for the Buccaneers under John Gruden and won the Super Bowl when they beat the Raiders. I think he had like 29 carries, 130 yards or something that game.
This dude has a pedigree.
Yeah, exactly. So he knows exactly what needs to happen at the next level. He knows what has to be done training-wise, taking care of your body-wise. The bright lights are not going to faze this guy. He is ready to go, and he's ready to be your number one receiver.
What do you like about him best? I mean, this guy's fucking huge, dude. I'm watching his highlight tape. He loves to hit people. He when he comes off these screens, when he sets picks, and then he just.
Oh, he's an excellent blocker.
I just saw a goal line pick he set where he literally just fucking flat backed this fool. But what do you like the best about this guy?
He's a monster, dude. He will big boy people.
Yeah.
He just does not care. He's a bully. So when we go through each prospect, we're gonna go through their stats, kind of see if they have a dip in production. Why does that happen? Like you mentioned last year, we basically do forensics. If something doesn't make sense, there's always a reason of why it doesn't make sense. And hopefully we can fill in the gaps for you and make some sense out of it. And then we'll go through the combine results and then talk about the film and maybe a little background history of the player, kind of see where he comes from, what gets him going, and all that kind of stuff. So starting out with Michael Pittman Jr., freshman year, he had 6 catches, 82 yards, just getting his feet wet. Sophomore year, 23 catches, 404 yards, 2 touchdowns. Junior year,
it's hard to start at SC though, right? Early in your career.
Yeah.
SC's just so stacked all the time.
And it's a system too. So it's like you have to develop in the system. So their offensive scheme now is basically there's no option routes. There's run your routes. And depending on whatever the defense is doing, there should be one route in that play that's going to be open. Mm-hmm. And then junior year had 41 catches, 758 yards, 6 touchdowns. So you see his production rising, which is exactly what we want to see. And then senior year with a true freshman quarterback after their sophomore quarterback went down with an injury. He had 101 catches for 1,275 yards and 11 touchdowns.
So the senior year was his real coming out part.
Breakout. Yeah. He was basically just like another one of the receivers in the group before that. Tyler Vaughn's looks good. But yes, his senior year, he just took over. And I think quarterback Keaton Slovis just loved this guy. Just throw it to him. He's going to catch it. So going into the film, he could do it all. Dude,
going into the film, this guy literally this guy doesn't just play wide receiver. He literally does everything.
No,
he's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I think I don't know how many blocked punts he has.
On this highlight tape, he has at least 5 blocked punts. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's really fucking good at football. He's just a football player, and I love that. So he starts out with a signature 5-yard out. And it's most effective against off coverage, obviously, but he can also use it versus press coverage. It's almost unstoppable. It's a rare skill set for a big receiver. Even if the corner's pressed, he forces them to turn their hips before making the cut at perfect timing with the throw. even against squat corners, which is like if you're running cover 2, the corner just literally has one job, and that's like stay in the flat at 5 yards. He forces even them to backpedal because they're looking for the cover 2 fade route, which he does tremendously also, but he quickly breaks it off again with perfect timing. Finishes with strong hands, plucks it out of the air, and this guy is a
hands catcher. Yeah, obviously.
That's my favorite trait of any receiver.
Yeah, you can't be number one on Dick's deep dives as a wide receiver and not be a hands catcher. It's not possible.
No. Yeah. So 6'4", 223 with his catch radius is insane. He's able to use full body extension and make spectacular catches. He has an arsenal of different releases, very good route runner, and comes back to the ball. So those 3 things are major differentiators when moving up to the next level because separation is everything, right? On deep balls, he has excellent ball tracking skills and body adjustment. Combine that with physical style of play, and he can position himself to go up and make the contested catch over the defenders.
I just saw a sick one he made on Notre Dame, dude. He was going, the ball was behind him. He comes back and just bodies the guy and goes right up over him. This guy can really do it all. He runs a bunch of different routes. He's really versatile.
Yeah, and he's so big too.
Yeah,
and at the combine, he ran a 4.2. I mean not a 4.2. He ran a 4.5 40, which is 200ths of a second behind CD Lamb.
For 6'4", 225.
Yeah, dude, that is moving.
It's freaky. That's why he went to SC, dude. SC has these fucking master athletes.
More impressive on that is he's a great route runner, but at the combine, he proved it. The 3-cone drill, he ran a 6.96. If you run under 7 seconds on a 3-cone drill or L drill, that is insane for any size guy. He also ran a 4.14 short shuttle, which he's just very quick, very fast. He's huge, and he could do it all. He understands zone, finds a soft spot in the defense, has very good sideline awareness, gets both feet in bounds. After the catch, he uses his strength and speed to get yak while fighting for extra yards when defenders latch on. He's a fantastic blocker. That's another thing we mentioned. Even when he doesn't get the ball, he is special. Got him. I want you to look at this play from UCLA 2018, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. While you're watching, I'll pretty much explain it. So he runs a hitch, and his teammate runs a hitch from the slot. His teammate catches it. Pittman blasts the DB who's about to tackle him, and then he blocks another defender and springs his teammate for the touchdown. He has every tool in the toolbox, and I think he's ready for the NFL. He's been training for this his whole life. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It happens so quick.
I love how like half of his highlights doesn't even have the ball. Like half of his highlights, he's just literally laying someone out. He's blocking punts. He's fucking returning punts. He's so versatile. And then when you get to his actual fucking catches, they're unbelievable. I mean, this guy's like going to be like, he's got to be like a coach's favorite player. Like exactly. The fact that he can do everything.
He's just a football player, and that comes from having a dad in the NFL. And his dad was also successful in the NFL. Yeah. So he has something to fall back on. Michael Pittman Jr., receiver out of USC.